It's the NFL on EA Sports. And the question is, are you ready for some football? It's the Buccaneers and the Cowboys on Sunday Night Primetime.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Lone Star State in the very mammoth AT&T Stadium in Arlington, Texas. Tonight, it's the Sunday night opener for the new NFL season between the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the Dallas Cowboys. I'm Brandon Garden, joined by Charles Davis up in the booth for the first week of the 2022 NFL season. A great game awaiting us in this primetime showdown, CD. You've got two teams with eyes on going to and winning a Super Bowl here this season. Week one, these two getting together. Cowboys, Tampa Bay should be a lot of fun.
They thought that they could win it all last year, got to the playoffs, and were eliminated by teams that really figured heavily into Super Bowl contention. Let's go ahead and start with Dallas. They ended up losing at home to San Francisco, who went to the NFC title game against the Rams, who beat Tampa in the playoffs and then won it all. Both these teams have excellent quarterbacks, top-notch coaching staffs, and big-time dreams of getting back to the Super Bowl.
It's the marquee game of opening weekend, and off we go on a Sunday night on EA Sports. Fields it right around the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Well, for a little bit we thought his story had concluded, but not to be. Here's Tom Brady in his 23rd NFL season, leading the Bucs offense out once again.
For 1 month, many people thought they'd seen the end of the greatest quarterback career in league history. Of course, there were others who expected Tom Brady to come back, and he did so 40 days later for a 23rd NFL season. Leading the league in completions, yards, and touchdowns at age 44, he showed that he's as good as ever. But of course, losing in the divisional round, not the way he wanted to go out in his final game. For TB12, it's Lombardi trophies or bust.
5 yards on the game's first play, second down. But not the graphic that this fan base wants to see week one, Charles. They were hoping to see key acquisitions, some bright spots. Instead, we're talking about injuries, preseason injuries that have guys missing here in this one.
And even in today's football, where everyone does their best to try and have their starters ready for week one, guys still have to practice, they still have to train, and injuries do crop up. You're exactly right about that, though, Brandon. None of the people supporting this team wanted to see that graphic on the screen at the start of this game. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Again, it's Fournette. And good running there as he'll take this all the way up to midfield. A big pickup there, 18 yards and a Buccaneer first. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, when that continuity is there and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Julio Jones' year in Tennessee never really got going as he continued to battle injuries that followed him over from Atlanta. He believes he still has a couple of big seasons left in his career, and one more of those could see him climb into the top 10 or even the top 5 all-time in receiving yards.
Brady now on 1st down. There he is again, another catch for Julio Jones. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground now with Fournette. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. You were telling me this yesterday. That's exactly what they want to do on the opening drive, establish the ground game.
Yeah, remember our conversation? We were talking about what one of the GMs in the league has told me repeatedly. It's a big man's game, and it's not necessarily size. He's talking about playing some big boy football. Line up, get leverage, knock people back, and establish the run early.
So a good run by Fournette. Now another 1st and 10. Now Brady. And Brake, the tight end's got it. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down to about the 21 or 22. But yet another completion here on this opening drive, and he's now perfect 4 of 4 to start. Pretty solid execution here.
And how about how everyone's handled their nerves? Because you know what it's like to start a ball game. You're so amped up and ready to go, and sometimes the execution isn't there. They've been flawless so far. Well-drilled, well-prepared, and excited to start this game.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Play number 9 now on this pretty long opening drive. But this is 3rd down. They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And Fournette trying to power his way forward, but I don't think he got there. Calling no gain that time, and they're going to be left looking up at a 4th and 1. Remember, that was less than a yard. That was not a full yard. That defense, they were having none of it.
Yeah, the surge the offensive line was seeking actually occurred on the other side of the ball. They reestablished the line of scrimmage and stuffed them.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. On the slant, he'll get it to Jones. And the Bucs are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
A lot of precision being shown on this opening drive. They've been methodical, they've been crisp, and as a reward, they're going to be set up with an early 1st and goal.
They'll try and run for it with Fournette. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Buccaneers. Leonard Fournette taking it in from a yard out. And the Bucs are on the board here first in the season opener. And that caps off what was really a balanced opening drive for them, Charles. They work in the rushing game and the aerial attack, and they end it with a touchdown.
Strong in so many ways, wasn't it, partner? Their ability to throw it and run it and accomplish their goal, they've got to like the way that they started this ball game.
Extra point up and good by Succop. And that makes the score 7-0. Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away. Take it in at the 3. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. Dak Prescott and Dallas taking the field for their first possession. Dak now in his 7th season in charge of the Cowboys. 2-time Pro Bowler.
And not only was it great to see Dak Prescott make his return in 2021, it was even better to see him playing the best ball of his career. He didn't lead Dallas to just a division title and its best record in 6 years. Dallas also led the league in yards and points, the first time it has led in both since 1971.
They'll start out on the ground at Saquon Barkley and able to get this to the 24-yard line. They began the play at the 12. It's also a pickup of 12 for the 1st down. And, Charles, it's not very often an elite back becomes available. They jumped on him. I think they were smart to do so.
I agree, and we hear so often about how the running back position is devalued. But when you have a chance to get one of the truly best, top of his game, you go out and get him.
And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on 2nd down. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. Start of the 2nd quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession as they've got it with a 2nd down and 2 coming up. Prescott down. And he'll go right back to Lamb. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another 1st down.
And that's a more than acceptable read right there because it's zone coverage, so timing is everything. This time he waits for his man to come open, puts it right on him, and they pick up a 1st down.
On 1st and 10, Prescott. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. He had a quick little spin move, but the door shut fast as he's dropped. They'll get 4 there out of the screen, and it's second down. Now a toss right to Barkley. And he is going to lose yardage here. Now they're going to be dealing with a 3rd and 7 as that one officially a loss of 1. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, it's Prescott. Oh, the Buccaneer pressure too much. Down he goes. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game. And, of course, that's not an easy man to sack. You know how elusive he can be, trying to get outside of the pocket. That was a great play on the defensive side.
And I wonder what was going through his mind, because he didn't seem as committed to using his legs to pick up yardage. He wanted to keep that play alive, so either take off and go or throw it away. But he held on to the football and ended up getting sacked.
Throwing on first down is Brady. Over the middle, and it's incomplete. But prior to that, he had hit his first 6 passes to start the game, so on a nice little run to begin.
It feels like this offense has carried its dress rehearsal into the game. You know, because you do practice it, you do go through it, and in this case, it is clicking exactly like they drew it up.
But Charles, you take a look at the draft class for this offense. It's highlighted by a first-round pick who provides a much-needed boost to their offensive line.
And you and I both know it's the kind of pick that doesn't often get a fan base really excited. But I know who is excited. Their quarterback. He won't get hit as much, and that should improve the rest of the offense as well.
Fournette, a first down carry. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. Second down. The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. They'll run it again with Fournette. And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
Throwing is Brady on 3rd down. And he wisely will throw that one away. This Cowboy defense looked ready for that 3rd down pass. Brings up 4th. So Brady departs, and on it's Ryan Succop for the Buccaneer field goal. From the left hash, this from 34. Succop's kick is good, and that will extend their lead even further. Succop now set to kick it off following the main field goal. Some might have returned that one. He won't. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start the drive from the 25. Second drive forthcoming here for the Dallas Cowboys. Nothing for them yet from an offensive standpoint. Down 10-zip as they come up 1st and 10. They begin with a run by Barkley. And he'll be taken down after a pickup of about 7 as the clock will stop here for the 2-minute warning. They'll operate from the 32-yard line here, 2nd and 3. Throwing, Prescott. Looking for Cooks, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Levante David. And the Buccaneers are going to take possession of the football. Boy, he had to fit that into a pretty tight window over the middle. And, Charles, I think they were in zone defensively, weren't they?
They certainly were. Nice read on your part. And sometimes the quarterback isn't fooled between zone and man. Sometimes just fooled by the type of zone that he sees. Because oftentimes, those linebackers will vacate and run downfield with receivers. In this case, he played a pure zone and was in the wrong spot for the QB.
To throw again on 2nd down. Brady. And this throw incomplete. And the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down. Brady looking to throw on 3rd and 2. And in for the Buccaneers touchdown. Mike Evans from 6 yards away. And the Bucs are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead. So a good start to the campaign so far for them here in week 1.
Yeah, all the things that you dreamed about in April and May and that you worked on in July and August, getting ready for this game, it's all coming together so far.
Extra point try now for Succop. He's got it, and it's 17-0. The drive there only spanning 3 plays.
And it's Mike Evans who caps it with a touchdown reception.
Now it's Ryan Succop on after the touchdown to kick it away.
And this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone. And he'll be dropped at the 21-yard line. So bringing it out of the end zone proves not a good decision. Loses him about 4 yards. The Dallas offense back out onto the field. Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive. And they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Prescott and Lamb hooking up for the Cowboy first.
They'll set up to throw. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. On play action, Prescott. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
A lot of hype, of course, going into this one with the Cowboys and the Bucs. They met last year in the season opener. Remember, that was the night they raised the banner in Tampa. It was also Dak Prescott's comeback game, and the Bucs wound up winning 31-29 on a late Ryan Succop field goal. Really good game that was. Well, these two teams were also the 2 best offenses in the NFL last year. The Cowboys gaining 18 more yards over the course of the season than the number 2 Bucs.
4th down, Prescott. On the run, he'll let this go deep right side. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out, and the Bucs are going to take over with excellent field position to boot. On 1st and 10, here's Brady. And now this is intercepted. My goodness.
And the Cowboys are going to take over at their own 41. So really the first speed bump that this offense has encountered. They'd had the rule of the roost here in this first half, but now slowed up just a bit by the interception.
And there's a chance that that's a wake-up call for them because you don't want to go on autopilot too early. That team on defense is capable of making some plays similar to the one they made right there.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Play fake. Here's Prescott.
And he almost had his second pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete.
The kick by Marr is good. And that will do it for this first half. So we've reached halftime here in our initial Sunday night telecast of the new season. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
All right, Brandon, thanks very much. We'll get back to you and Charles in a minute. But first, time to give the folks at home a look at what's going on around the NFL. We'll start our tour out in the City of Angels, Los Angeles, where you see the final score there. Josh Allen, 2 touchdown passes, as his guys are able to get the victory in their season opener. From there, we'll make the trek east to Atlanta to check on the Falcons at home at Mercedes-Benz Stadium. And they were winners in that ball game over the visiting New Orleans Saints. Marcus Mariota with 3 touchdown passes in the Week 1 victory. And finally, what a kickoff to Monday Night Football. Russell Wilson's first game as a Bronco, and it's in Seattle to wrap up Week 1. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in the first half for Tampa Bay. And even though they've got the big cushion, I would imagine they'd like to see a little more out of their passing game. Pretty pedestrian numbers through 2 quarters of play. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they did not have quite the same amount of success in the passing game that their counterparts did, as you get a look at the numbers there. It's a new season, so both of these coaching staffs likely making plenty of adjustments after that first half of football. So for the call of the second half here in Week 1, we go back to Brandon and Charles.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. Taking it about the 1. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they got some time. The running game struggled in the first half. Opposition knows how to focus on defending the pass here. They've got to re-energize that ground game and maybe open things up for a comeback here in this half.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Prescott. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Able to make something out of nothing there. 17 yards and a first down. Play action now. Prescott. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Out of the shotgun, they run with Barkley. It's a gain of 12, and the Cowboys pick up the first.
Coming in, he really likes his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend, show that he's right.
2 first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. They'll run it again with Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. On the move to his left. He finds his man, complete. It's Ferguson.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
And he's taken down inside the 30.
54 yards rushing now on 8 carries for him so far.
Despite the score, despite the deficit, no quitting this guy. He's running angry, running through arm tackles. He wants to change what that scoreboard is saying.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. And Cooks hands it over the middle. And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
Now a 2nd down and 6.
Barkley inside handoff. Then he'll be taken down near the 20 at the 21. 3 yards is half of what they needed. Now can they get the other 3 here on 3rd down?
Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first.
3rd and short yardage. Prescott. Throw left side complete. That's Schultz.
And he will have a Cowboys first down, I do believe. Yes, he's got it by about a yard there on 3rd and 3.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
1st and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Up the middle with Barkley. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. Tackle made that time by Vita Vea. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. Off the play fake, Prescott. And he is into the end zone for a Cowboy touchdown. Brandon Cooks from 13 yards out. And the Cowboys are able to cut into this deficit here in the final minute of the 3rd. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Brett Maher on for the extra point. And it's up through the goalposts. It's 17-10. So that drive spans 13 plays. And it's capped off for the Cowboys touchdown. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Here comes the Buccaneers offense. They get their first reps of the 2nd half. But Charles, they still have the lead despite their defense giving up a touchdown on the previous possession. And even though they have that lead, it feels like a back-and-forth ball game where to try to get momentum back, maybe they need at least 3 here on this drive.
I think you're right about that, Brandon, because your game plan doesn't change. I do believe your urgency does because of the last score that went against your team. So what you want to do now is have your own drive and try and make sure that that momentum stays in your camp.
He's taking a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on first down.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. What I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while, get at least 2 first downs, give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now in Arlington. It's the Bucs. They've got the football. They also are in front here on the scoreboard as we start the 4th. Fournette running right. And he'll fight forward on the straight-ahead running for just a couple of yards. 2nd down.
That's it. That's what you want. Straight-ahead positive gain. Just keep that clock ticking.
From the 31, Brady, he completes it, and he lost the football. It's picked up by the Cowboys, and they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line.
Well, that takeaway, partner, right there, that's a combination of coaching, execution, and absolute belief. Because a lot of guys will look at the scoreboard and go, this thing's pretty well done. But they still thought to themselves, if we can make a play, we give our teammates a chance to win it. And that's exactly what they did.
What an opening weekend it's been already. Could the best finish be coming here on Sunday night? We'll find out as we come up on a 1st and 10. Levante David in on the tackle.
Hey, it's not the most spectacular play, but I think most teams will take that every single time for the first play of a drive. Begin the series with positive yardage and set yourself up for a very manageable second down.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
Running again with Barkley on 2nd down.
And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22.
73 yards rushing now for Barkley. It's a first down.
Prescott on play action.
Able to hit his target, Lamb.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Sets him up nicely. 1st and goal. It was a pickup of 14. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. He'll get 6 on the ground there, and it'll be 2nd and goal coming up.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and goal.
Barkley again. Pushing for the end zone, but he's not going to get there. They stop him just shy of the goal line.
Calling a gain of a yard as they get a little bit closer here. It's 3rd and goal.
His path became similar to almost running a stretch play, didn't it? Trying to find a crease, anywhere to put his foot in the ground and cut back. It just never materialized.
The Cowboys going to use their 2nd timeout now. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this 4th quarter.
A big play if you think about it right now in this season opener.
And he'll get in. Touchdown, Cowboys. Saquon Barkley punching it in from a yard away.
And the Cowboys are an extra point away from tying this game here in the final minutes. But we are set up for a fantastic finish now. A 4th quarter touchdown here. We're an extra point away from a tie football game.
And I know they're thinking about possibly going for 2, but I'd go ahead and kick this one and just get it back to level.
Marr on for the extra point. And we are tied here in the 4th quarter. A drive that time of 6 plays.
And it ends with a Saquon Barkley touchdown run.
(17-17) the score. All even to this point as the kick's away.
And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback.
And Tampa Bay trots out there now.
They no longer have the lead after that last touchdown. All tied up in the 4th quarter. And a chance for this offense to mount a potential game-winning drive right here. Brady and the Bucs now with a 1st and 10
at their own 25-yard line.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Throw right side, taken in by Godwin. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
I like what I'm seeing from them here. Tie game in the fourth quarter. They understand the situation. They don't need to be in any rush. Go ahead and huddle up and run your offense. That last completion put them in a nice position to take the lead in this game.
Up the gut, Fournette. A beautiful fake. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down.
62 yards rushing for him now as he's run it 11 times.
First down, Buccaneers.
Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports.
So it's Buccaneer football as we welcome you back. They've got it 1st and 10 as they search for a go-ahead score. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. From the gun, it's Brady. That is caught. It's Chris Godwin.
He'll get it inside the 20.
Touchdown! Chris Godwin, 54 yards.
And the Bucs answer back with a touchdown of their own to break our tie and take the lead here in the fourth.
They do tack on the extra point as well, and they will take a 7-point lead.
Cowboys 17.
Now it's Ryan Suckup on after the touchdown to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25.
So Dak and the Cowboys down 24-17. A minute 47 on the clock. They need a touchdown and the PAT to tie it as they come up 1st and 10.
Prescott.
And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
Some coaches like to take the shorter, more reliable yardage, and some, they like to go for the big shot. No fear of risking a deep ball there, but it wasn't enough to get them to completion.
From the 24, they'll go again on 2nd and 10.
Now Prescott.
And it's incomplete, broken up. But there is a flag down. Let's see what that's about. Trying to defend the out route there, got the PI call.
And you know what's difficult about that one is sometimes you want to make the undercut move and go for the football, and other times just want to hang on the upfield shoulder and make the tackle. I think you got caught in between and created a foul.
A lot of effort there for just a 3-yard gain, and now 2nd down. To throw, Prescott. Oh, that's going to be a costly one. It's intercepted.
Picked off by Levante David.
And the Bucs are going to take possession of the football.
Well, when he went on the move there and started rolling out, I thought there was a window, but that window closed quickly, intercepted.
And sometimes, despite how big your arm talent is, you don't get enough on a throw when you're on the move as opposed to setting your feet and stepping into one. That may have been the case there, and the defense certainly benefited.
On 2nd down, here's Fournette. And he'll get inside the 40 to maybe the 38-yard line. They'll need to get it to the 30 for a first. This is 3rd down. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining.
And they will take a knee here.
Well, partner, that'll do it. These Week 1 primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for Tampa Bay, it was a hard-fought game, and they'll exit 1-0 as they win by a touchdown. And they'll get another road test next week as they have to go to New Orleans to take on the Saints. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, they go down to defeat here in the opener. And they'll be back home next week as they're set to take on the Cincinnati Bengals.